and I went to college in Massachusetts. This is my home, and it really matters to me that the Commonwealth makes the right decision on the issue, not just for octopuses, but for what it says about us as people. Octopuses are sentient beings, meaning they have subjective consciousness. They think and feel and have emotions, and they feel physical pain. They have the capacity to love and to suffer, just as our beloved dog and cat family members, and just as we do. Research has shown octopuses exhibiting human-like behaviors like using tools, having dreams, riding on backs of other animals, building homes, and having complex social lives. They've been filmed using coconut shells as shelter, using objects to ride currents, and they socialize with other species. They have incredible memories, and interactions with them make it clear they have favorite people and other octopuses. These animals have 9 brains with more than 2/3 of their neurons in their arms, allowing for independent stimulation, learning, and action. They have been evolving for over 300 million years and have incomprehensible genetic advancements. Almost half of their genome consists of what's known as transposons, or jumping genes, which allow them to rewrite their own genetic code while learning. They can taste through their tentacles. Octopuses have 80% more zinc finger transcription factor genes, 100% more protocoherin genes, and approximately 61% more protein coding genes than humans. These are genetic advancements we can't begin to understand. We already know that fish hatcheries accelerate genetic mutations. Experimenting on species like this is not only dangerous but indefensible. Slaughter methods proposed inflict cruel, slow, painful deaths. Producers submerge them into icy waters to freeze them, which forms ice crystals inside body tissues. This pierces and ruptures their cells, causing immense pain. Subjecting them to this or any life-ending action would result in extreme, incomprehensible sensory trauma. What are we saying about ourselves when we consider intensively confining and subjecting the most intelligent invertebrates on Earth to unthinkable horrors? Octopuses are also known to cannibalize one another when stressed in confinement, and farming involves intensively confining many per tank, up to 200 per tank in some cases, because their primary heart actually stops beating while swimming. They can't spend a long time evading aggressive tank mates. This would subject them to constant altercation, and that's not okay. Another aspect of this is that these animals are physiologically incompatible with mass reproduction. Octopuses are similparous, meaning typically the males and females reproduce once and then die. Researchers report at maximum only half of the hatchlings survive within industrial facilities, which is not comparable to existing systems of animal agriculture. Requiring the death of the biological parents and over 50% of the offspring is obviously not something we would accept for pigs or cows, so we absolutely cannot accept it here. The science is clear. Under intensive farming conditions, octopuses would experience extreme stress, violence, self-mutilation, and cannibalism. We absolutely can't allow this to happen under our watch. Would you want to be tormented and frozen to death? Would you want for your loved ones, for your companion animals? Would you want that for anyone you care about? What is the morally substantial difference between beloved animals and octopuses, or any other animal for that matter, that makes it acceptable to do to one and not the other without creating a logical contradiction in your moral framework? Octopuses are not inanimate objects. They, along with all sentient beings, have the capacity to suffer greatly, and they will if they're systemically bred to live hellish lives on farms. So they certainly deserve the right to not be exploited, tormented, and killed for people's greed and taste. If we are to consider ourselves to be civilized, rational, and compassionate, and want a society that reflects that, please, you must vote to protect octopuses from these barbaric, horrible conditions. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions from the committee? Thank you, Nikki.